So let us know what you guys think about that, and let's keep talking about House of Dragon. So, movie props.
Yes.
Are we gonna? So Rob brought some interesting toys. What was that on Batman? Where did he get those interesting toys?
Yes.
He brought some displays for us, and he wants to talk about what are we going to be showing off and talking about right now?
We're gonna go over some of my favorite movie props from some of my collection and just some stuff that I've acquired. Some of these are some of the smaller, more recognizable things from the industry. Mm-hmm. A lot of these are 3D printed. Some of these are just purchased items, but you might recognize a few of these. We've got Loki's mask from The Mask with Jim Carrey. Excellent movie. A lot of good costuming and a lot of good props and stuff in that movie. And this was one of those iconic things that I wanted to have in the collection. We've got another one that's pretty noticeable. The Hellraiser puzzle box. So this one definitely tied into a lot of the movies. It had very pivotal to the storyline of the movies. It basically revolved around the puzzle boxes. This one was one of my favorite props because of the movement stuff and the dynamics and the visible engineering that was involved in making of the prop. Mm-hmm. So it was one of those I really loved, and to see them in the movies where they would move and twist and change on their own. For me, growing up, I was like, for me, was really one of those things that I really was attracted to and really caught my attention. So naturally, I had to prop one.
What was it about that puzzle box that it was it the gateway into to hell, or what was it about that?
Yes, more or less it was, and it allowed them to basically talk to the creatures that were there, and the trick was it was supposed to give them, they were supposed to be able to get something out of it. Yeah. And usually it did not go well for the person who tried to get something.
Like a monkey paw, right?
The deal, yeah. It's like the deal with the devil never goes your way. Yeah. And that's basically how that ended up. Right. A couple of more. This one's probably from one of your favorite movies.
Oh yeah.
The Fifth Element key. Fun little quickly visual, item that was just dropped into the movie, and it, instantly you look at it and it looks like it lives in that world. Yeah. And it, you see it's intricate, it's very detailed, so it's an eye catcher, and it only had a couple of seconds on film, in a couple of different scenes. Some other iconic ones from that movie. Multipass.
Yeah, that's the one that people wanted to go to props.
Absolutely. The multipass. So, even now mentally, when someone asks for an ID, my brain hears that character say multipass. Yeah. And it's stuck there forever. So that was one of the ones that I wanted to have in the collection as well. And then also from the Fifth Element, one of the stones.
Is that Earth?
I think this is the Earth stone.
Yeah.
I don't entirely remember. I always got them confused as far as what the shapes and the glyphs were on the side. So those are a couple of my favorites. Before I dive into a few more, I wanted to ask, what are some of the ones that you remember from some of the movies that really caught your eye? Big thing, small thing.
Would puppets count, or animatronics or things like that? I think of the Gremlins. I think about the Mogwai props on there. Props, of course. Since I'm a Star Wars guy, I think about lightsabers and
lightsabers
things like that.
Were epic. Yeah. Everyone visually knows you see a lightsaber.
Yeah. I say I didn't really watch them, but my kids did. Harry Potter, the Quidditch, the ball with the little wings.
Balls with wings. I'll refrain from the joke.
The Harry Potter thing. My wife is a huge Harry Potter fan, so naturally we have a lot of Harry Potter props as well.
You know what I've been thinking about getting for the studio? Those candles that float from the ceiling.
Floating
and you have a wand that can control can turn those on, like the props like that, and the fact that that you can buy those kinds of props and stuff like that. You know, there's certain types of props in movies where you instantly go while watching the movie, I gotta have that. I wish I had that. Like that's when you know you have something special. Like whether it's the like the Harry Potter wand or the Quidditch ball and things like that. What's another good prop? Well, for a little while, like something as simple as like sunglasses, like when the Matrix came out, those shades, that phone, and until smartphones came out, then those little flip phones were obsolete.
I mean, that's what makes a good prop. The minute you see it, you're like, oh, that's cool. What is that?
Yeah.
You know, and it really draws your attention in. And you know, sometimes they're very pivotal to the story. Sometimes they're something that's made to, you know, live in that world and build the feel of that world. And then some that are just
the Men in Black, the thing that erase memory. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one.
What about the noisy cricket?
Remember that? The little gun. Yeah,
and you knew it by the name.
By the name. Yeah,
and that's mentioned. I mean, that's mentioned once in one of the movies. Where the name, but everyone remembers.
But it had an impact. Yeah,
tiny little pistol.
That little guy right there. There's obviously things like batarangs and things like that. But yeah, those are more known because they're used over and over and over again in each movie. Things like lightsabers and stuff like that.
Well,
that's a standard. That's a staple.
You're from the Avengers, the glove with all the stones.
The gauntlet. Yeah, Thanos' gauntlet. Yeah.
That's another one that's got made very popular. You know, some of the older generation stuff like the Book of the Dead from The Mummy, Brandon Fraser. Another one. This was another 3D printed little project I made.
Yeah.
And you know, it's something that's like, oh wow, that's an interesting looking book, or just the detail in it and the moving parts really added to the scene and gave the actors something to, you know, bounce themselves off of as far as their interactions. And one more, so we've got the Cryptex from Da Vinci Code.
Yeah.
Another one of those things where instantly you look at it and you're like, wow, that was a neat piece of engineering of prop design. So even if you know nothing about it, you can kind of glance at it and go, somebody put some time and engineering into the development of that part.
Exactly.
And it's like, oh, that's a cool prop. Yeah, I absolutely want one of those. And, you know, probably one of the last ones I wanted to touch on was something that was not even in the movie.
I was just about to say, like, it was on the poster. It was on the VHS box or the DVD.
It's on the DVD cover.
It's on the DVD cover, but it's I'm still going to count it as a prop because it was
so
iconic.
Widely used in the media, and you know it's
the marketing.
Pretty easy layup for the marketing there, having the logo on it. And there was, you know,
soap was mentioned a lot in the movie. Yeah. He was. I think did he sell soap or?
Yeah, they made and sold soap.
Yeah. So that's what it was about. It was a prop. So technically, it kind of was, but it's saying Fight Club obviously wasn't.
I think we're breaking a rule by talking about it.
Yeah. There you go. Tyler Durden, man. Tyler. I heard that they wanted to make a sequel to that. I don't know how you could.
I'd watch it.
But those my favorite props, things like the Freddy Krueger claw and stuff like that. You know, the Jason machete and the mask and stuff like that.
I mean, there's big stuff. I mean, like the DeLorean.
Yeah.
Back to the Future.
Yeah.
That's prop.
TIE fighters, X-wings.
Yeah, TIE fighter, X-wing. You know, how many people would not recognize a TIE fighter?
Yeah. I mean, and every time I see a picture of one, I can hear it. I can hear the sound that it makes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So I guess, guys, what are some of your favorite movie or TV props that the second you see it, it instantly takes you back. You go back in time. What is it that Marty McFly, that hoverboard? That's one.
Well, like this is our TV show that we watch, Evil. Yeah. Every single week, the opening credit is a pop-up book
Oh yeah,
it's different
the
every week
book,
because it's themed to the episode
whatever
you're
the episode's
watching.
about, yeah.
But they're always pop-up books.
Yeah, but so evil,
and they
yeah.
pop. They pop up.
Yeah,
as they go through the credit.
That's a good
credits.
So I would consider for that show the pop-up book is
books.
Heavily used on that because and I don't know if you started watching that show on Paramount.
I have a little bit.
Yeah, every
I don't remember if it was that way from the beginning.
I probably not.
I can't remember,
maybe
but
like
I know at
season 2 or
least the
season
last
3.
few have.
Yeah,
they're pop-up books for every single opening.
And
I do like the guy that played that plays the bad psychologist.
Leland.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
he was in the Fallout series, and I was like, oh yeah, I like that guy.
That guy, I can't wait till I'm hoping. For all we know, he's gonna win. That's how evil this show is. But yeah, like let us know, guys, what some of your favorite props from some of your favorite movies or TV shows.
Oh yeah, I see you have your pictures on the screen.
Yeah,
I didn't even think about Wilson.
Oh yeah, Wilson.
the volleyball with the bloody hand.
Yeah. I wouldn't even consider that a prop. He was pretty much a character. I'm surprised Wilson didn't get nominated for Best Supporting Actor.
I mean, there are a lot of props that are, the movie was hyper focused around the prop.
Yeah.
And there were, there's been some movies where the prop has overtaken a scene.
Yeah.
You remember, was it the older Masters of the Universe with Dolph Lundgren?
The He-Man movie? Yeah.
So there was a prop in that movie that was
the key. The key.
Yes,
that key was so awesome.
Yes, and that was a master class in prop making.
Yeah,
and it was so good that it almost took away from the movie.
Yeah.
So that was one of the few times I've ever seen that happen. It's like that prop is too good for this movie.
If you would have told me that movie only had like $100 million budget, I'd be like, no, there's somebody put another $300 million into that movie. That one prop alone was. You're right. Was so good. It was so. It had keys on it. It moved. It opened up.
Open parts.
It had so many moving parts. That's got to be hands down one of the best props I've ever seen. I'm glad you reminded me of that. I haven't seen that movie in so long. I heard that they're working on. They just cast the new He-Man actor, so they're working on a sequel to that. Hands down, I got a. Maybe I should do maybe we should do a best rundown of the best props because it's gonna hard to top that one. That was one of like you said, masterclass of prop making right there. It's gonna be kind of hard to beat that. The movie didn't do that great, but that prop was one of the best ever. Guys, let us know what movie do you think of? What's one of your favorite props from a movie that you've watched or that you love? Something that brings you that nostalgic, warm feeling when you think about that you instantly see it. Hey, that's the one from that movie. Like my favorite movie from Clerks. That one from that guy in that movie that came out last year. That vague description. Let us know what you guys have or you guys think on that, and let's keep talking. All right. So yeah, that is tonight's